Money for my brain. Money for my brain. Money for my brain, dog. Money for my brain.
Yeah, I'm there, dog. Born for this, you know. Until man a hustler. Till death.
Yeah, great track.
Edmonton, in the street, man, hustle every day. Me have a burner, me have a prepay. Do the max, Asian brain. Liquor later, be a champagne, tea that. Finch and Jane, a high grade, we a bring pamphlet. She say me cool, me say England rain. Inna me room, she a sing pamphlet. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Every woman, every man, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Yo, Edmonton, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Inna the street, man, a hunt and gather. Personality, cloak and dagger. We a sport bank robber. Inna the weed, we a smoke hot grabber and a tongue. Lone top shatter. One leap and tongues, you fi know that, papa. Man a real hot stepper. Ask Jaggy or Bo or Pepper. Do a CT scan. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog. Money pa my brain. Do a CT scan. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog. Money pa my brain. Every woman, every man. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog. Money pa my brain. Yo, Edmonton. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog. Money pa my brain. Inna the street, man, hustle every day. Me have a burner, me have a prepay. Do the max, Asian brain. Liquor later, be a champagne, tea that. Finch and Jane, a high grade, we a bring pamphlet. She say me cool, me say England rain. Inna me room, she a sing pamphlet. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Every woman, every man, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Yo, Edmonton, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Do a CT scan, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Every woman, every man, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain. Yo, Edmonton, money pa my brain. Money pa my brain, dog, money pa my brain.
Yeah, great track.
Yo, what's up, Jit? Like, what you been on? Like,
25, you know. Rappers come here and
You
get
know,
robbed
Woody
and all
Woo, you know,
that.
you know what I'm
She
saying?
stand for. When the fall, spring, summer, and all, you got a choice, stay in the house or you can hop off the porch. My mom was only 15, lucky she ain't aboard. I'm from the south side of North, but still show love to the north. Talking 280, the number blocks, pennant and court.
Good morning to everybody out there tuning in with me, wherever you may be tuning in with me from. all across the world. To my international viewers, to my stateside viewers, I thank you so much for tuning in to another live stream with me here, your main man Matt. You already know, trying to give y'all the best entertainment possible on YouTube with a little bit of personality. Tonight we're gonna be, or this morning I should say, we're gonna be checking out a movie recommended by one of my viewers and close associates, The Running Man, a 1987 film that was starring Arnold Schwarzenegger in the prime of his movie making career. We'll also dive into a little bit of the backstory of the movie, how the movie was to come about, which was actually first a book written by Richard Bachman. But for those of you who may not know, Richard Bachman was the pseudonym for the writer Stephen King. A book named of the same title in 1982, The Running Man, written by Stephen King under the pseudonym Richard Bachman. To get into a little bit of this, let's first jump it off with a little bit of information of where are they now from The Running Man, with some of the cast of The Running Man from 1987 to 2021. Check my sound. Let me make sure we good.
Hello friends, today you'll see how actors of the movie The Running Man have changed. You'll know their original names and age. I will show you how they looked then in 1987 and what's with them now in 2021. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Ben Richards, Arnold Schwarzenegger, served in the ranks of the police. He is good at wielding weapons and controlling a helicopter. He cannot mindlessly follow orders and strives for justice. Differs in strength and is ready to sacrifice himself for the sake of friends. William Laughlin, Japhet Kotto, one of the prisoners of the colony who, together with Dan, had a fight to escape from prison. He was forced against his will to participate in the Running Man game. He has good fighting skills and is ready to sacrifice his life for a friend. Captain Freedom, Jess Ventura, is a 10-time national champion, a great pursuer, and a favorite of many Americans. On the ICS channel, he conducts a TV show where he shows gymnastics. He's sure that without pain and suffering, you are not ready to fulfill them.
Salute, Sincere Saida. Where is my
Charles
chat?
Weiss, played by Marvin J. McIntyre, is an inmate from the Wilshire
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in. You're going to be
be
watching The Running Man in a minute after we get through all the little introductories and a little bit of backstory about the movie. You can see it live on my Discord, pinned in the chat.
Sub-Zero is the hunter of the Running Man show. He caught and destroyed more than 30 opponents. He has a powerful physique and a heavy gait. He skates well on ice, and his main weapon is a metal stick and sharp teeth. The role was played by Professor Toru Tanaka. Fireball is one of the hunters of the show Running Man, and is considered the fastest of them.
That's Jim Brown, back in the day, Jim Brown.
Suit and weapons that allow it to fly and
Jim Brown
fire.
still alive and well and
He's
kicking.
merciless, vengeful, and will stop at nothing. The role was performed by Jim Brown.
That's not bad for 51 though. Jim Brown was not looking
Dynama, Earl
no
of
freaky.
Leeds. He's one of
Not
the
looking too
hunters
bad
of
for
the Running
51.
Man. He has a solid build and excellent vocal abilities. His suit is equipped with special pads. So
He
that
died
he's
at the
able
age
to
of
shoot
34?
and electric
Golly.
charge. For the entertainment of the public, he is ready to be cruel.
wow.
Buzzsaw, Gus Redwish.
The man did that movie. I don't know what else he would have did as a actor, but he did The Running Man in 87 and died in that same year. Died in the same year. That's crazy. Now, I'm sure you're referring to Jim Brown, or you referring to Arnold there, Saida. Because they both very fit. You know what I mean? Jim, I would say even more so Jim Brown, because he was a professional football player. So he had to run. His respiratory and circulatory system had to be top notch to be one of the best running backs of all time.
Mick, played by Mick Fleetwood, was a popular singer in the past, but has now gone underground. He is technically savvy and can easily remove an explosive color.
Gotcha,
Negatively
yeah.
opposed to the
Most
police
definitely.
and the dictated regime in the state, has the People's Television Network. Stevie is among those who are against the built regime of the police state, and he is also part of the People's Television Network. He is good at computers and knows how to redirect satellite signals. He can be recognized by his red beret. The role was played by Duizel Zappa. Brenda works for ICS TV channel, unconditionally fulfills all orders of Damon Killian, answers calls, carefully monitors the status of the rating of the game Running Man, and knows all the nuances
That
of
little song got a
his
little
work very
catchy
well.
ring to
The
it.
role was performed by Karen Lee Hawkins. Lieutenant Sanders is a helicopter co-pilot who works for the police state. He is immoral and accustomed to clearly following orders, even if he has to shoot innocent people or neutralize his partner who refuses to follow such orders. Played by George P. Wilbur. Damon Killian, Richard Dawson, is the host of the
Richard
show
Dawson.
on ICS. Shows himself as a positive person who loves his viewers and treats people
Some
with
people know
understanding.
Richard Dawson.
But he is characterized by hypocrisy, cynicism, and deceit. He will
That
do
was
anything
not. Wasn't
for
that not
gain.
the first one of the first hosts of Family Feud?
Agent theatrical to Ben Richards.
If
was
I'm not
assigned by
mistaken.
court order. His main task is to get Ben to the game, read him the rights, and get him to sign the contract. He's discreet, self-confident, and loves punctuality. He's a typical bureaucrat. The role was played by Ken Lerner. Tony works with Killian on the ICS Entertainment channel. He helps to find suitable candidates for participation in the brutal Running Man show, and also completely controls its conduct and gives the necessary orders. He values his plays very much. Played by Kurt Fuller. Edith Wiggins, Lee Mary Stewart, is a spectator who is in the studio hosting the Running Man show. She loves this game, and to her great joy, she was chosen among many to choose one of the hunters to chase Ben, William, and Harold. Edith is a family woman who is very cheerful. Swen works as a security guard for the ICS. He
Gee.
is silent, outwardly calm, and has a rather powerful
GG.
physique. Follows all instructions given to him and accompanies Damon everywhere.
It's movie night,
Personal
GG.
bodyguard. The role was performed by Swen Ole Thorson. Chico, Thomas Rosales Jr., performs corrective work in Wilshire. Together with Richards and Laughlin, they organized
I like that
a
new
fight
avatar
escape
right there.
from the colony. He successfully defeated many guards, but could not resist the long-awaited freedom and died from the cold detonation. Welders is a wilder prisoner who was one of those who started the prison riot. He was able to provide proper resistance to the guards and eventually break free. A compassionate person who does not give a damn about the fate of his comrades. The role was played by Anthony Pina. 9/11 security officer works on the TV channel in a special room with officer number 1. He is characterized by high concentration and duration. He uses security cameras to monitor everything.
Hopefully we can get through this one. I don't know what is going on. Yesterday with the bit rate, it's
UP Yeller,
hands is
Boyd
up. I
Kessler,
can't call it.
is a lab staff member that prepares participants for the running.
Right now, all I'm doing right now is just a video that I found giving a brief synopsis of where are they now from the cast of
It does not show any emotion
The Running Man.
and is cold-blooded towards his patients.
Anybody wants to actually watch it, when we start playing it,
Is a
you
musician
click the
with a
link
synthesizer
and he
writes
will
songs for
put
the
you
network,
in
likes to keep his
the
body in
Discord
good
to be able to
physical
watch
shape,
it with us.
and also owns some fighting techniques and a good memory. By mistake, she became a participant in a cruel show, played by Maria Conchita Alonso.
Okay, she out there tooting it up in her 60s. I see her. She up there tooting that thing up in her 60s.
Relaxed. She's not alien to empathy for others, especially
Tooting
for
that
her
thing
friends.
up, huh?
Likes to smoke cigarettes and may also occasionally drink alcohol. The role was played by Dae Young. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.
All right. Thank you very much to Cast Then and Now. I'll close them on out. So, the movie and the book does not, the movie and the book do not completely coincide with the same type of plot line. The original book, I think I have here the synopsis of the book. Right, yes, Stephen King, the Stephen King Wiki. The book itself has 101 chapters, it says. And, oh, thank you very much, Saidi. I like the presentation, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to also keep it professional. I may do a little bit more cleaning up some things around the edges, because for me, I want that like a TV host type of presentation, or like you would see on a TV show. There's a lot more refining that I'm going to do through trial and error and through learning. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely do my best to keep it like a professional style layout. Like this is almost like you're tuning into any of your favorite TV shows. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also try to be mindful of my diction, so to speak, adjust the tie. Be careful of my diction so I can present myself properly on these YouTube airways so I can be understood quite well. Thank you again. So that was just the then and now of the cast of The Running Man. The original book was written in 1982 by Stephen King. I had another little thing pulled up too from Stephen. Where is it? Also, just like a little brief information about the book. Yes, do I have it here? Fandom Wiki, SK. I think I already have that. No, that's the same thing. That's the same thing. Hold on. Just 1 second. Relax is life. Yo, what's going on? Shout out to you. Oh man, I didn't know you supported. I didn't know you supported the brother. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Great profile picture right there too. I didn't know. It's early in the morning. Yo, shout out to everybody, yo. And if you're just pulling up, there's a poll for everybody. If you're already familiar with the movies that are being shown there, you know, throw your vote in for what you think would be a great movie for us to go for our next movie night. What would be a good movie to break down and to review, to speak on topically, and please hit the like button too on the way in. That's how I'm getting. I see it around this time of day. That is midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the Philippines, Vietnam, and Russia. And when I've been streaming around these hours, I've been finding that a lot of men from like Russia, Indonesia, Australia are finding my stream as the likes are going up and YouTube is pushing me out to the algorithm. So I really enjoy being able to communicate with people from different walks of life too. Caught a couple of new subs. One guy called Fix TL. You may see him pull up. He's from Vietnam. Gentleman found me on the chat stream. You know what I mean? And another guy, I can't recall his name, from Russia, but his English was a little shaky. But yo, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. And hopefully, let me check the likes, what the likes is looking like. More likes than views. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about right there. So back at hand, what we were looking at right here, pardon me. I wanted to also give a little bit of information about the book. The book was written in 1982, The Running Man, and yes, there we go. And the movie adaptation was made in 1987. As you can see here, The Running Man, written by Richard Bachman. For those of y'all that caught me in the beginning, Richard Bachman, I believe, and for what everybody would say, is the pseudonym of Stephen King, because the further releases of the book, from what it looks like, are not under the name Richard Bachman. They're under Stephen King, right? So there again, look at here down at the bottom. Stephen King, The Running Man, paperback. Best #1 seller, Stephen King, The Running Man, paperback. The Running Man, Stephen King, so on and so forth, with different I just said different with different paperback covers, and even audiobooks, but with Stephen King's name. So I believe back then, that's what people are saying, is that Stephen King used to go by Richard Bachman. It is 2025 in the book. It is placed in 2025 in the book. He wrote it in 82. And reality TV has progressed to the point where people are willing to wager their lives in exchange for a chance at enormous wealth. Ben Richards is desperate. He needs money to treat his daughter's illness. Keep in mind that. He's looking for money to treat his daughter's illness in the book. His last chance is entering a game show called The Running Man, where the objective is to elude police and specially trained trackers for a month. The reward is a cool $1 billion. A cool $1 billion. The catch is that everyone else on the planet is watching and willing to turn him in for a reward. Yes, so you're playing this game not only against those hunters and trackers, but you're playing against the entire world. So yes, snitching in this game show pays off. But also, to give a little bit more context to the book, I found this also from the similar site, the Stephen King Wiki. And the synopsis here, the summary, was very, very, very long. And I didn't feel like sitting here, and I don't have a glass of water, and reading all this shit. So what I got for y'all, I went and got a British person, because you know British people sound all smart when they talk. I got a British person to read this for y'all. So for your listening enjoyment, from a hoity-toity Brit, the synopsis of the Running Man book. Where you at? There we go. Oh, yes. Bring it up for me, please, old chap. Bring it up for me, if you will, please, old chap. Yes, here we go. And let me just copy and paste all this right here. And we'll be on our merry way. Or do I already have it pulled up? Oh, yes, I do. Pardon me. Pardon me, my good man. Pardon me, my good woman. Pardon me. I'll have this on screen for y'all to read along if you so care. And we shall have one of our hoity-toity British folks read this for me. Come on, Stephen. Oh, no, it's Rachel. Pardon me, it's Rachel. Rachel from the UK. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
The book has a total of 101 chapters, laid out in a countdown format. The first is titled -100 and counting, and the ensuing ones are similar, with the numbers decreasing, until the last one, -000 and counting. The story's protagonist, Ben Richards, is a citizen of Co-op City, a community located next to a large, fictional city called Harding, somewhere in the American Midwest in the year 2025. The world's economy is in shambles, and America has become a totalitarian dystopia, overpopulated, polluted, and with much of the population unemployed. Richards is unemployed and unable to find work, having been blackballed, and needs money to get medicine for his gravely ill daughter Kathy.
When you listen to something like this, you have to listen and sip your tea with your pinky up. Do tell, my dear Watson. Do tell. Continue.
Richards is unemployed.
Pardon me, y'all, while I go grab my water.
Having been blackballed.
Listen to this. Make me thirsty.
Gravely ill daughter Kathy. As a last resort, Richards turns to the Games Federation, a government-mandated television station that runs violent and physically strenuous game shows and supplies every home in America with a TV monitor called a Freevee. In one game, Treadmill to Bucks, a contestant with a heart or respiratory condition runs on a treadmill earning prize money for the duration of their run, often dying in the process. After 2 days of rigorous physical and mental testing, Richards is chosen to be on The Running Man, the network's most popular, lucrative, and dangerous game. He meets with Dan Killian, the show's chief producer, and Bobby Thompson, the show's flamboyant host. Killian tells Richards that he's one of the best potential runners they've found yet, and he's expected to be a big ratings draw. 2 other finalists, Lawlon and Jinsky, will also be contestants. Contestants are declared enemies of the state and released with a 12-hour head start before an elite group of hunters, Games Network employed hitmen begin the search. The contestant earns $100 for every hour he remains alive, an additional $100 for each law enforcement officer or hunter he kills. And
now here's the thing. I don't know. Did they say how many hunters was there? Well, here's the thing. And this is just something to me. You got to survive 30 days for the billion. But they're trying to kill you. So what happens to every day that you survive for that $100? Like, it's almost asinine. They're trying to kill you. You do not get a consolation prize for, damn, 12 days in and they killed me. Well, I got this 1,200. Well, hold up. Are they going to give the 1,200 to your family or something like that? What are we talking about here? $100 every additional day you survive. You dead. You're dead. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe they just pay you out every day you alive. Hey, here's $100. We ain't kill you yet.
the contestant earns $100 for every hour he remains alive, an additional $100 for each law enforcement officer or hunter he kills, and $1 billion new dollars if he should survive for 30 days. The record time for survival is 8 days and 5 hours, a mark that Richards eventually surpasses. To increase the public's hatred of him, Richards' send-off is a vulgar display where an altered image of his wife is shown to make her look like a tramp. When Richards tries to tell the audience the image has been faked, he's drowned out by the roar of the crowd. He gives the crowd and cameras the finger and exits the stage. Richards is given $4,800 in cash and a compact video recording device before he leaves the studio. He can travel anywhere in the world, and each day he must videotape 2 messages and courier them to the TV show. The tapes are given to the hunters, who will use them to track the contestant. Without a videotaped message sent each day, Richards would forfeit the game, be held in default of his game's contract, and will lose the prize money, but will continue to be hunted indefinitely. As the game begins, Richards obtains a disguise and false identification.
Pardon me again though, y'all. But this is the book synopsis, but then I'm confused. What sense does that make? If we are forfeiting the game, if I am not adhering to the rules of the game, why am I still being hunted to be killed? It's a great story, Stephen King. But why am I being hunted still to be killed if the hunters need information about my whereabouts with the videotapes? But if the game is forfeited, if I don't do it, they're still hunting me to kill me. What is going on here? I don't know. To kill me.
As the game begins, Richards obtains a disguise and false identification documents from a forger he knows. He travels by air to New York, then Boston. In Boston, while renting a dingy room at the YMCA, he is tracked down by the hunters and only manages to escape by setting off an explosion in the basement that kills 5 police officers. He narrowly escapes through a sewer pipe. Finding himself in the middle of an impoverished Boston ghetto, he meets gang member Bradley Throckmorton and his family. Throckmorton turns out to be a very intelligent and resourceful young man despite he and his family being extremely impoverished, and is a member of an equally resourceful gang, a group that uses the local public library with a car they'd stolen. From Bradley, Richards learns that the air they breathe is polluted on a massive scale, that the poor are kept as a permanent underclass, and that the game's network exists only as a propaganda machine to pacify and distract the public from these and other failures of society. Richards attempts to incorporate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now this is something that in the conversation that I was having with actually have to track you down. The video is a cheat. That is a good question even of itself, but I guess to level the playing field, because one, the contestant in the book, it started off with a 12-hour head start. I think say the same thing in the movie. You start off with a 12-hour head start. I can go any direction, right? You would also assume that they're using dogs too to like maybe track you with a scent, but you can throw a dog off the scent immediately if you go through water. Boom, you done fuck the scent up, right? But if like I say I get a 12-hour head start, I jump on the train, whatever, boom, I go through some order, I jump on the train, and I'm ended up, say I started in Boston and I end up in the train and now I'm in Cleveland, like just on some random shit. Well, yeah, and I'm giving those two little videos to tell them, like, giving the hunters an idea, I come search here in Ohio. They got to make it there. As soon as I do it, of course, I'm out of there. Like, I'm on to the next. Yeah, and they still got to keep tracking me. But what I found interesting, though, that's not necessarily the point. I was just responding to what you said there, Saida. What I found interesting, and this is something also, too, that I was building off of, this is kind of where some of the talking points about my title and also the thumbnail come from. When I was speaking to, and I keep it 100, me and Just Jay was speaking about this because it was Just Jay that recommended this movie to me. And what's sad in QZ, we're here, watch party again night. This is watch party again night. If you already got the Discord link, once we finish, I finish chopping up a little bit about this movie, we're gonna be playing the movie strictly in the Discord. It will be somewhat visible on the YouTube screen, but I have to distort it and keep the sound off so as not to trigger the YouTube what you call the shit, copyright things. But anyway, back on what I was speaking on in the moment. Where was I just now? They said that, where was that just now? He nearly escaped the sewer pipe. Now, when they were talking about the resources of the game, public library card, keep permanent underclass. Here we go. Richard learns that the air they breathe is polluted on a massive scale, that the poor are kept as a permanent underclass, and that the games network exists only as a propaganda machine to pacify and distract the public from these and other failures of society. You got a pro setting quick? Yeah. Hey, what I was speaking of with Just Jay is concerns with this topic. I can juxtapose that. I can kind of use the way that society is currently today to, even though that this movie was made in 87, the book was made in 82, it is very similar to how we operate in some ways in current day society. The less informed voters are the favorite voters of most political parties, right? Because people who just go in and blindly vote without knowing anything about the issues and about the candidates, they help certain people keep in power, especially it being certain areas where there's no opposition. Just like to say there's no opposition party in parts of Wyoming, you're always going to see Republicans. Just like there's no opposition party in New York City, you're always going to generally see, well, there was one, Rudy Giuliani, but you're generally going to always see a Democrat in power in New York City. Now, what I'm talking about is like the things that we have as distractions for us to keep us like disinterested in what's going on in world affairs, what's going on even with our own nation's politics, is our devices, our music, our movies, all of these distractions that we have, while also things are going on right underneath our nose that our government is passing bills on, a few people voting on, and we get put under the thumb of the government, and so to speak, with either new taxation for things that we may not support or care to support, and other methods of modernization that also kind of sort of speak pollute our air, pollute our ecosystem, or hurt our ecosystem for, so to speak, advancing, and most of the time financial gain. We're distracted with our devices, with our games, with our own regular day-to-day life, party, and so on and so forth. Just in the same way that they said here that the society in that time in the movie was kept as a permanent underclass. And in some ways, the government does favor keeping some members of society as a permanent underclass. And I look at that as like how they have the social safety net system, which is supposed to help you come out, or supposed to give you a hand up, but people get dependent on it, and they're not giving you enough to necessarily come up out of any situation. It keeps you stagnant. It keeps you at a level. It keeps you at, so to speak, starvation level survival, right? So there was something that also I was watching today. I'll put that on pause for a quick second because it goes in hand to hand, and hopefully y'all can catch how I'm trying to tie these 2 points together. I saw this today from Timcast. This guy, he is a political pundit and also has a large following on YouTube. 1.3 million subscribers. Timcast IRL. If y'all want to go check him out, all he talks about is the news, the left and right politics. All he talks about is the news. This was from his live stream today. I'll go to the very beginning of it. Y'all bear with me, and hopefully y'all can see. This is what they were talking about. They were talking about how in the Western world there is a food shortage, or they're predicting a food shortage, but it seems like they're sabotaging the people by the things that they're doing. Y'all will hear real quick on this. I want to catch the beginning of it, if you will. This gentleman right here started off the conversation, and then they went into it. It may be about 5 minutes. Y'all bear with me, because even with these, maybe we're just talking about movies. I like to tie it in with real world talking topics, and everybody can chime in. Here you go.
You've got scientific journals saying kids can be transit too.
This stuff is evil, man. And there's something really satanic going on in the West right now, man. Like, I can't really put it any lighter.
Why do you say satanic?
I say satanic because I genuinely think there are evil forces out there, and I'm talking about actual spiritual realm.
Oh, okay.
And to someone who is a absolute atheist and non-believer, or thinks nothing is supernatural, that might sound weird to them. But I think that we've legit got like a demonic issue.
And it makes sense that they would go for children first.
Yeah, I think there's an entire inversion agenda that's been running like very aggressively for the past several years.
I think there's a practical reason for a lot of this. We've talked about Thucydides' trap on the show quite a bit. Are you familiar with the concept?
I'm not. No, explain it.
Whenever a rising economic power is on the verge of supplanting the dominant power, war breaks out.
Okay.
I say whenever, but it's a tendency towards. So historians often say the last 16 examples of an economic power supplanting the greater, 12 instances led to war. So the idea is, why is it that, I don't know, Joe Biden is doing these deals and flying to China and working these deals with China? China is expected to overtake the United States very soon. Yeah. It was delayed because of COVID. Interesting about that. It was delayed because of COVID. And
you mean the overtake?
The overtake. China, I'm sorry, actually, it might have been sped up by
I thought it would have been sped up because China continued to grow in the U.S.
I think it was sped up by it. But think about what this means. The U.S. is eroding from within. You've got the January 6th committee, for instance, actively trying. So Eric Swalwell was asked about this. He was asked about, isn't what he's doing causing more division? And he said something that was like just inane, like, well, we have to do it or something like that. So yeah, when they lie and escalate, Jussie Smollett, Russiagate, Ukrainegate, all of that stuff, just lie. They are inflaming tensions. When they go after kids and divert them, or I'd say subvert their development, and then cause identity crises, give them drugs, destroying the next generation, is going to cripple the United States. And I have to wonder, I'm not saying it's intentional, but it is fortuitous for those who fear Thucydides' trap, because the U.S. is falling as fast as China is rising. China may actually take over the global economy without the U.S. ever having an opportunity to engage in war. So if you think about the Council on Foreign Relations, I think it was, they have on their website.
Now, one thing, and he didn't get quite into the point that I wanted to make, but that's also another thing as it is concerned with the world economies of China and Russia and so on. Those countries that they are communist countries, but the way that they have a thumb on their economy and on their people, it kind of also exhibits itself in. And yo, QZ, if I didn't shout you out earlier, bro, because I'm looking through I know I seen you up in there, but yo, shout out to you, QZ. Thank you for coming through again. And I'm seeing, the views is going up. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the views jumping up, jumping down. For everybody, again, if you haven't, please hit that like button. We're trying to keep the likes as high as the views is, most definitely. What I was going into with that, though, pardon me, is I'm not gonna dive too far off on the deep end, but I'll show you an example. When movies are made here in the U.S., they kind of make, when it comes to movie posters and the promotion, they make different promotional videos and posters for different countries around the world because they want to make money in China as well as they want to make money here. I believe, I don't want to misquote this, but I've heard instances where, say, like, there is a scene where two same-sex people are kissing in a movie. When that movie goes to China, they do not want to promote that in their country. So they have to take that scene out, edit it out, or altogether, or alter that scene just for the Chinese market, right? Again, the people are more oppressed in the countries of China and Russia, but when it comes to certain things, they're not allowing certain things to be seen by the people because they're regulating. You can call it a very strict patriarchal system like there in China and Iraq and Russia and so on and so forth. But the reason why some of these things, why they are able to take certain major steps forward, because in their countries they are not allowing certain things that distract us, like, you know, the identity politics talk and being highly distracted with, you know, our social media and other things of that nature. They are more in line to promote excellence from their people from a young age through the children, through their schooling system. They have a stranglehold on what is being taught to their people, what is being shown to their people. So that's where ergo for me in one instance where I can see that they're not going to be so easily swayed and fall to the wayside with these changes that we have going on in our country, where they can potentially become a superpower or become the main superpower, because they're not going for the foolishness. But anyway, let Tim Cass continue.
Right, the liberal world order and why it was created. Anybody who's arguing for the creation of a new world order in the wake of the liberal world order, and I don't mean the New World Order conspiracy, I mean the literal term.
That's what's up. Shout out the American Negro.
It would be beneficial to avoid a third world war with China. How would you do that? Destroying the economy of the United States and the upcoming generation to make sure that they can't ever actually engage in conflict. There's a story I saw recently where there's like a destroyer that had like 3 captains rotate in and out so quickly because they were being fired and demoted. The U.S. military can't recruit at all anymore.
So where is this coming from?
No idea, but I will.
Is this internal? Is this external manipulation?
Both maybe.
That's the thing I find so weird. It's like this social and cultural domestic harikiri, right? Like that. It's so odd to me. I mean, the UK is doing the same things. Many Western countries are. I think the US is kind of sadly leading.
We're getting into it right here. We're getting close to it right here. The main point that I was bringing up, though, as far as they were showing in the movie, in the beginning of the movie, I will pause it too on there with the. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you right now because I do believe I have it pulled up. Do I? Damn it, man. Don't tell me I don't have it saved, pulled up. Because, unfortunately, y'all, oh no, yeah, I do. Here it goes. This is the actual beginning of the movie, the beginning scene of the movie. But because it is a janky site, every time you click something, you get them janky ass pop-ups. You're absolutely right, Saida. Absolutely right, Saida. Check this out, right? This is the beginning credits of the movie. It says, in the book, it was 2025, but this is the reason that it brought it to my mind, because again, sometimes there's some things from the movies in the 80s. They were setting a lot of their futuristic scenes in the 20s, the 2020s, and the 2030s, right? They set this movie in 2017. Now, we're 5 years past that, but they were about to talk about, and I'm going to let it play, they were about to talk about food shortages that are happening because of Russia and Ukraine fighting, because Russia and Ukraine distribute and create and and trade a lot of grain. They create a lot of wheat and grain, and they trade it worldwide. And there is some of a shortage because of the war that they got going on, because they can't send it out because they fighting, right? They need to keep some of the resources because they're fighting amongst each other. But look what they said here. By 2017, the world economy has collapsed. Food, natural resources, and oil are in short supply. A police state divided into paramilitary zones rules with an iron hand. We'll come back to that later. But that's what made me, when I heard this conversation that they were having earlier today on Timcast, and I'm going to let them go ahead and let it play out. When I saw that first little scene right there when I was looking over the movie, it brought my mind back to this conversation they having right here. And he's about to get into it and say it.
A lot of bad ideas, but there's really a lot of people have noticed that in the past, I want to say 7 to 8 years in particular, a lot of this is the inversion has really, really accelerated. And so much of the stuff that we talk about and so many of these issues are things that it would literally as recently as a decade ago, it would have seemed completely absurd for them to even be debates or conversations. And there's something really weird going on.
I do want to point out, just a quick shout out to Joe Spinella on the super chat, who mentioned, surely you haven't seen the tanks protecting Chinese banks because China's economy is like imploding. True point. Fair point. I'm not saying that China is coming out unscathed. It may be a global economic collapse. The whole system is just imploding for whatever reason.
You saw with the Trans-Pacific Partnership in 2010, that was the first warning sign for me. Barack Obama signed on, and there's this thing called the Investor-State Dispute Settlement Clause in the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal that would have given Malaysian oil corporations the power to sue the United States government, and the taxpayers would have to pay the bill if they thought that Americans were discriminating against their oil companies and didn't want to buy their oil. Then they could sue us. And it was giving corporations insane power over American citizens. And Obama was on it. He didn't know or he didn't care.
And Trump shut it down.
Trump shut it down like the
right
third
away.
day he was in office or the second day he was in office. But that they were trying to do that is very overtly transferring power from the citizen American democracy, republicanism, to corporatism.
Yeah, dude, look at the last 2.5 years. Like, seriously? I mean, how have all these countries in a very coordinated fashion? I mean, it's one thing if one country goes nuts, but it's literally been UK, Canada, every country in Western Europe, pretty much, except Sweden, USA.
This was the part right here I remember, because he said except Sweden. Yeah, they would talk about the food shortages.
What was it, World War I? You had the three countries, they were cousins with each other. It was like France, who was it, Germany, and who else or something like that?
Germany, Austria, I don't know.
I don't remember. But it was like these three leaders who go to war with each other were cousins. It's like they're all related to each other. That's just that. I'm not surprised by any of that. Powerful. Yeah.
I think we're witnessing a controlled demolition, man.
You think they're intentionally destroying the economy and?
Dude, everything that people are freaking out with right now with the economy, supply chains, inflation.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
It was all completely predictable and predicted by myself and other so-called conspiracy theorists. Like, when all of this stuff started, it was very predictable and very obvious.
I got evidence for you.
Okay.
So we'll call it circumstantial evidence, and we'll call it logic.
Okay.
So.
All right, here we go. I think we coming right to it, because this was the part that caught my attention. And he was talking about food shortages. I remember because I had to search through this and find this part right here when he was talking about. And also we got to pause it a little bit, for fair use and educational purposes. This is still somebody else's content. Timcast is a very large platform. But like I said again, about 1.3 million subscribers. If some of y'all may already be familiar with Timcast. Those who are like to listen to news. They couldn't think of the third country. They couldn't remember the third country. But Saida, I see you on your shit. But yeah, they couldn't remember the third country off the top of their head. You may be, and I don't know it off the gate either. But yeah, I think you may be completely right with that. All right. Let them go into it.
So Ukraine-Russia war, right? Mm-hmm. Invasion of Ukraine. Fertilizer from Russia not getting exported. U.S. is in trouble. Mm-hmm. Ukraine and Russia neither are exporting enough wheat. They can't produce any. There's a war going on. They can't produce as much. Global famine. You've heard them talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then why in Europe are they telling farmers in Ireland and the Netherlands to stop farming?
And the UK.
And the UK. Why are they telling these farmers in these countries, stop farming right now?
Controlled demolition.
But hold on. The same people who are telling us that there is going to be a global famine are also telling their farmers to stop farming. Mm-hmm. That's very strange, isn't it?
Bingo. That's what I was talking about right there. They're talking about a controlled famine. A lot of people haven't heard this. I need to go even research that myself and see how much validity it is to what they're saying right there. But you mean to tell me there's a shortage of something and you're telling farmers to stop farming? And this, I was having this conversation with Just Jay. Why would you do that?
I mean, they're saying famine's coming. You better stop farming or else. It's like, okay, do you want people to like run out of food?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the thing is, and it's impossible to not be a quote unquote conspiracy theorist these days after the past several years, if you are just interested in thinking. But they've created this, right? If people who are in power or people in corporate media and so on, so-called public health officials and the experts which we keep hearing about, if they refuse to be honest and they just continue to lie and to gaslight and to shift goalposts for years and years and years on end, like every single day, they're just lying to people, then naturally you are going to have people trying to work out, wait, what is going on? This narrative is not making sense. This is not logical. This is not rational. This is not based in science. It's not based in economics. Nothing. What is going on? It makes people wonder.
Can we stop it?
I think people always ultimately have the power.
We can.
All right. So I'll let that lay right there with that. But that was the interesting part of the conversation that brought up to me, that highlighted in my mind what there was being said. Now going back again to the book, the synopsis of the book, I'll let it play again a little bit more. And matter of fact, to
and that the game's
replay.
network exists only as a propaganda machine to pacify and distract the public from these and other failures of society. Richards attempts to incorporate this information into his videotaped mess, and that from Bradley, a group that uses the local public library with a car they'd stolen. From Bradley, Richards learns that the air they breathe is polluted on a massive scale, that the poor are kept as a permanent underclass, and that the game's network exists only as a propaganda machine to pacify and distract the public from these and other failures of society. Richards attempts to incorporate this information into his videotaped messages, but finds that the network censors them and simply dubs over his voice with obscenities and threats against the public. Bradley decides to help Richards, smuggling him past a government checkpoint to Manchester, New Hampshire, where he disguises himself as an elderly, half-blind priest. In addition, Bradley provides Richards with mailing labels so that the network will not be able to track Richards by the postmark on his videotapes. Richards spends a few days in Manchester, but dreams that Bradley has betrayed him after being tortured. He travels to a safe house owned by a friend of Bradley, Elton Parakis, in Portland, Maine, but is identified and reported by the Elton's mother. As the police and the hunters close in on the safe house, a short but furious chase ensues. Richards is wounded, taking a shot near his elbow and receiving a broken ankle when he's clipped by a police car, but manages to escape. Elton is severely injured when their car crashes in an alley but manages to drive off after leaving Richards in a remote area to seek shelter. Richards finds a safe place to hide in an unfinished shopping mall and ponders his next move. He knows if he mails the tapes from his current location, he could be easily tracked there. The next morning, after arranging to mail his tapes at a small convenience store in a nearby small village, Richards carjacks a young woman, Amelia Williams, taking her hostage and makes his way to the nearest airport about 150 miles away in a small town called Derry. Richards holds a lengthy standoff at the airport and manages to bluff his way past Evan McCone, the lead hunter, onto a plane by pretending he is carrying high-quality plastic explosives. He takes both Amelia and McCone as prisoners, and has the pilot fly low over heavily populated areas to avoid being shot down by surface-to-air missiles. However, he is soon confronted by Killian on a video call, who states that he knows Richards does not have any explosive as the plane's security system would have detected if he did. His cover blown, he is surprised when...
Mind you, this book was written in 1982. If y'all didn't notice, he said he was contacted on a video call in a book written in 1982. I said a lot of things that were made in the 80s. It's almost like prophetic in the way that they did it, right? I don't know if anybody was ever aware of video calls in the 80s, but they said there in that one segment. However, he is soon confronted by Killian on a video call in 1982, a book written in 1982. Some things are somewhat prophetic that they wrote in the 80s about times which are now, we're 30 going on 40 years now down the line. Shit, 40 years, really, the book was 82, so that's 40 years down the line prophetic. You know what I mean? Shit, that was prophetic for 1999, 2000. That was about the time that we actually started having video calls and video phones. 2003, I think I bought my first video phone in 2003. Y'all remember when is the year that you bought your first camera phone? If y'all can remember, what year y'all bought y'all first camera phone? Let me know in the chat. The year you bought your first camera phone. And yo, everybody, yo, please hit the like button, man. Yo, hit the like button. I see we still sitting there hovering around 3 likes. We got one more, and somebody probably peeked their head in and dipped out and didn't leave a like. It's a shame. Yeah, hit that good old like, man, if you haven't. If you haven't already. I'm gonna like myself. Yeah. Make it jump. I'm gonna like me for me. Cause I like me too. There we go. Yeah, even that thing right on out. There we go. But back to, hold on, back here. Where we at?
His cover blown. He is surprised
This is a
offered
synopsis
the job of lead
of the
hunter.
book. This is a synopsis
he is
again of the
hesitant to
book.
take the job, worried that his family will become the target. Killian then informs him that his wife and daughter were brutally murdered 10 days earlier, even before Richards first appeared on the show, and gives Richards some time to make his decision. Richards falls asleep and dreams of his murdered family and a gruesome crime scene. With nothing left to lose, Richards feigns that he accepts the offer, then overpowers at the first opportunity the flight crew and kills McCone, but is shot and mortally wounded. He allows Amelia to parachute to safety and, with his last strength, he overrides the plane's autopilot and flies the plane into the game's building, home of the network. The book ends with the plane crashing directly into Killian's office. Killian is present in his office, sees the plane coming and Richards grinning and giving him the finger. The final line describes the scene. And it rained fire 20 blocks away.
There we go. Was that the first camera phone that you ever bought? Though 2009? Because I remember mine, they had the Samsung phones, the Sanyo phones. I bought one in 2003. I was like 15. I was in high school. They was coming out, and I bought one of the clamshell flip phones, and it had the camera. That was like one of the first joints. When they started doing it, it was like flip phones with the cameras. I bought mine in 2009. What is this I got here on my screen? Oh yeah, okay. And now this basically is the storyline for the movie, and you'll see most of all of that too when we get into the movie of itself. When we jump into the movie itself. Yo, please tell me I did not close. Please tell me I didn't close that thing. Like I told y'all, it was hell. I closed it. Damn. Mad pop-ups. I'm about to go through like a gang of pop-ups just to bring this thing back up. Bear with me, y'all. But while I fix that, for your listening enjoyment, for your listening pleasure, let me put on some tunes for y'all while I fix that real quick. While I fix the problem there real quick. Oh, I like this one right here. Lloyd Banks, Money. Is this it? That ain't it. That ain't it. No, Lloyd Banks. Hold on. Lloyd Banks cake. There we go. This is a joint I loved right here. I'm not sure. I can't honestly answer that one.
Got the shotgun, 50 got the Mac. Spider got the sweeper, honey down and head clap. Won't have another birthday after that. Cause J.O. got a temper and he don't know how to act. And I've been going to winter, but now a nigga back to get the and you motherfuckers looking like steak. Food on a plate for the wolves, follow rules. Don't get moved by the tools, blood or ooze on your shoes. Wait, control your hate. You ain't riding in them sixes. Why? Cause you spending on them bitches. I need the bread, little niggas need Christmas. Banks don't rap with a backpack. I'm in it for the You heard Banks say, so you know it got the mag. I pull up, pull out, spray hollows at your bag. I don't give a fuck, it's going down like that. I done been through a hood, dead niggas don't rant. In the heart of a victim, murder is monumental. I don't complicate shit, kid, I keep it simple. My bullet wounds will tell you a story about what I've been through.
What I said about all these damn pop-ups.
With the llamas, I conversate with killers, it's usually about life. Politic with violence is usually about white.
Got it.
I'm the poster child for violence, I'm the boy on the post.
Got it.
When the shots start to ring out, I'm the boy with the toast. Yeah, listen up, Kiko.
There we go.
I get dough, you fucking with a sicko. I spaz, let a clip go. Cannon out the rento. Beam to your tempo. I squeeze, blow your mental. All over your friends. Me, I'm from the street. We ain't nothing sweet. The home of the homies, there's a body every week. Now, I don't hear the sirens, but they probably on the creek. Plotting to pull me over, plant the in my Jeep. So I'll be skipping cities, 7 states in a week. Can a motherfucker breathe and tell me I can't eat? Show me the niggas slow down, pump your brakes. No mistakes, cause if Jakes run the plates, then you're headed upstate. Front roll around with a stake. Niggas start up the beat and run straight to the cops. Shoot a bitch ass nigga, the cup of the block.
Word.
Nigga disrespect the click, getting shot.
Yeah, I know you give me. I get the impression that you like hood niggas and Pookies and Ray Rays a little something. You know what I mean? You look like you could be a gangster's girlfriend. You give me that them type of vibes. I don't know. You got that sweet innocent look, like, you know, like you went to school and your boyfriend went to the pharmaceutical to pharmaceutical trade school. Oh man. You know what I mean? Like you got your bachelor's degree and your boyfriend got 3 to 5 for armed robbery. I'm just playing, Gigi. I'm playing, Gigi. All right, so we got it queued up. So that is, again, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little bit of brief synopsis about the book that we're watching this movie on from 1982, written by Stephen King, which made the movie adaptation 5 years later, The Running Man, which was directed by Paul. I don't remember that nigga name. He's a non-fucking factor. When I went to look up, anyway, what other movies the director of this movie made, he's also known for Starsky and Hutch. For those of y'all that are familiar with Starsky and Hutch, I know it's an old-ass movie. You know what I mean? You know, quoting a lot of that old shit. But this is one of those good older movies. Regardless. A lot of the technology has changed over time. You know what I'm saying? And shit, movies now about the future is like shit. I guess in another 30, 40 years, well, I guess life will start looking more relative to what we're seeing about movies in these current times. Right? Boom. But anybody wanting to watch the movie, the link pinned in the chat. Y'all seeing it unedited right now, but what I'm about to show y'all what's about to happen to this movie. I'm about to show y'all what's about to happen. Oh. Get this shit off my screen. I'm about to show y'all exactly what's about to happen here. All right. I think it's a Chrome tab too. Yeah. Y'all seeing it unedited right there. But just to keep it away from the YouTube algorithm, I'm going to take the sound off. Make sure there's no sound. Oh, sorry about that. I'm up here talking the whole time. I was checking the sound. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I was saying for those of you that want to see the movie, for those of y'all that wanted to check the movie out with us unedited, I was telling y'all I gotta put the filter over the screen and also distort it to keep away from copyright purposes. But if you want to see it completely unedited, we are watching it in the description, in the link pinned into the description. You can come to my personal discount code and watch it with us. Totally unedited. Let me just take there we go. So that's unfortunately, again, just to give a sample of what I'm talking about. I have to distort the movie so it doesn't get picked up by YouTube. So this is what y'all will be seeing on YouTube. Watch it unedited. Come to the Discord and you can see the movie unedited right there. Sorry, y'all. I may have to slightly alter, y'all. It's saying I still got a warning from YouTube. I still got the heads up warning from YouTube. I may have to alter it. I may have to still adjust it a little bit. Let me see here. Shit was supposed to be, it might have still, the music that's actually playing may not be copyrighted free music, so gotta adjust things again, yo. I saw the warning. Let me see the warning, and something is wrong. And then it said video too. Let's see. Just to make sure, because they don't want the whole shit to just to crash and be down and be off. I got a website. I know that the music definitely is good. So let's try this. Try this one. Try this one. Just trying to find a good filter that will distort it good enough, because I still got the warning from YouTube. I need it to be completely distorted to a point where it's not going to trigger YouTube. Got to find the right filter for this joint. Oh, there you go. If they get it off of this shit, I quit. If they get it off this shit, I quit. My nigga, I quit. I quit. I give up. They get it off of this shit, my nigga, I quit. I'm just saying, my nigga. This is CFM Music on YouTube. Copyright free music channel on YouTube. All right, let's see now.
Want to buy a hot stereo? Halfway. Glad you guys made it.
Unstoppable network truckers give criminals, traitors, and enemies of the state exactly what they deserve. Sunday, 8 to 11 on ICS Channel 1. Be there. Produced in collaboration with the Zone 4 Department of Justice, all rights reserved. The Running Man, America's favorite game show.
For that. If you're not ready to act, give me a break and shut up.
Nothing worth losing your head over, though, huh?
Got it. First class.
Hey, man, señorita, do you want to come in? Yeah, hey, you too, yeah.
I guess this is it. Now you guys stay under the national database, okay? And you, Laughlin, stop trying to teach the Constitution to the street punks. See you guys at the 10-year prison reunion.
You can still join us if you want.
No, thank you. My brother's gonna get me out of the city. Plus, I'm not into politics. I'm into survival.
Nowadays, French is the same thing.
Laughlin, save it for the written test. Good luck.
Yeah, for all of us.
rest of the week. Let's go.
Kitchen, toast and coffee. ICS channel 1.
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout.
Yes, it's America's own Captain Freedom. 10-time national champion, the quickest stalker to ever play the game. All right, now all you runners, ready, get set, go!
Interrupt Captain Freedom's workout. Bring you dessert.
Don't make a sound, you understand? Who are you? Friend of my brother's?
What are you talking about?
This is his apartment.
I moved in last month. They told me last tenant wanted to take me away.
Never took a night off, saw me cold. Won't even turn the light on. Told me no, so out control. On high I'm so full, when I miss you. Act so full, when you're not cute. Yeah, I thought I'm never gonna ever wreck you. I promise never gonna ever test you. Now you're gonna get my best. We're not like the rest. No. Then take a shot, no rest. That ass put me to sleep, no rest. Feeling like we could not be, we could not last. Hi. On my knees, on my bed, and I'm done with this feeling. Keeping like we were happy. Now a moment's past. Underneath these masks we follow sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold. Won't even turn the light off. Told me so out control. I'm high as hell, but I'm we never took a night off, saw me cold. Won't even turn the light off. Told me so out control. I'm high as hell, you ain't got no more time for me. Looking for that right time coming, but I gotta keep on, keep looking. Looking back then, no we will see. Could've had more time, nice. Guess that I'm not your type. Why did you leave so soon? I scared, hoping the ghosts come through. Feeling like we could not be, we could not last. On my knees, on my bed, and I'm done with this feeling. Keeping like we were happy. Now a moment's past. Underneath these masks we follow sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold. Won't even turn the light off. Told me so out control. I'm high as hell, but we never took a night off, saw me cold. Won't even turn the light off. Told me so out control. I'm high as hell.
Well, I'm really a singer. I write music for the network. Have you heard of their theme song? We bring you joy, we bring you strife. Well, I wrote that.
Well, you must be very proud of yourself.
It's really nothing.
Look at this. They're all in a sensitive.
Like I've been floating,
And look
and
what
all the
Kathy said.
shadows are behind me. And maybe I'm not going anywhere. It's the
Come on, everybody does
world
it.
around me going by, floating through time.
And money's not gonna do you any good. You won't be able to leave the squad. You don't have a travel pass.
No, I do. ask me that? Miss. You put it in your purse again, did you? Application, you put my credit card in there, you couldn't find it for a week.
Go on.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them. Won't you understand?
Hi, cutie pie. You know, one of us is in deep trouble. You know who I am?
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
That's funny, I was gonna say the same thing about you. I saw the video of your prison. Sad decision. Then, I think we might be able to help. I got the brain. What did I tell you? But you got more. You got talent.
Fuck you.
Your brilliant conversations, man. A trifle limited, but brilliant. Come on. Isn't that your old school teacher buddy there, huh? And there's your other buddy, the one who helped you.
What are you gonna do with them?
Well, that's really up to you, man. See, I created the Running Man, but I don't make it. A contract with the government. They send me the convicts. You see, none of these you got a chance. It's your buddies, man. Be honest. So if you don't do the Running Man tomorrow, are gonna go on in your place.
See how far this clown runs when we're done with him. Starting bearing my V. Have to go.
Reading all systems down the line. Your bird is singing loud and clear.
All systems check out. Nebular restraint.
Galactic injection. No good IM injection. Procedure completed. Takes care of it.
He's wrapped. Knock him out to showtime.
I drink Cadre Cola. Here's the spot.
The capture of renegade police officer and mass murderer Ben Richards was filmed yesterday by runway security cameras. Richards' hostage, Amber Mendez, was unharmed. Some airport personnel were not so lucky, like the ticket agent and security guard Richards shot at point-blank range when he arrived at the airport. They were taken to Cadre Memorial Hospital, where they remained
all other methods of recordings, known or unknown. Sign here.
Here.
Here. Use my back, victim.
Don't forget to send me a copy.
The love of my life, my number one fan, Mrs. McCardle. Yeah, how you doing? I want a kiss now, a big kiss, but remember, no touch. Sit down, little darling. We have one hell of a show for you tonight. Bill, please, if you will, introduce tonight's guest runner and watch that screen.
Our star runner tonight needs no introduction. He's Ben Richards, the brutal slayer of 60 men, women, and children in the Bakersfield Massacre.
Food riot in progress. Approximately 1,500 civilians moving in.
Yankee 99er, the crowd is unarmed. Repeat, unarmed. Abort attack. Acknowledge Yankee 99er.
The hell with you.
Lieutenant Sanders, take command. Detain Richards and return to base. Acknowledge Yankee 99er. Acknowledge. Return to base. Those are innocent, unarmed people down there. Cease fire! Cease fire!
Well, we all know the end. Grieving parents, orphan children, nation shot to its very core.
Here he is, ready to pay the price for our home audience. In person, the Butcher of Bakersfield. Now, Ben Richards could have gone to prison, but instead, he volunteered for the Running Man, risking everything for a chance at our fabulous prizes like a trial by jury, suspended sentence, maybe even a full pardon. Like our previous winners, Whitman, Price, and Haddad. You remember them? Whitman, Price, and Haddad. There they are, and at this very moment, they're basking under the Maui sun. Their debt to society paid. Speaking of prizes, you don't have to be a menace to society. You folks in the audience don't get a chance to. Bill, tell our friends what they can win today.
How about a year's supply of Orville Pure Protein Shampoo, both skinny sizes and the latest edition of the Running Man Home Game.
Ben, I know you're just dying to get into that cave zone and show us the same
It's crazy though. They caught Ben's whole little crew, bro.
That we send out to hunt down those.
I can't remember what other movie specifically I seen old boy in. I swear I want to say Golden Child or something. But y'all know his face is familiar. Can't remember which movie though.
David, here in the locker room, there's a
Out of here. Come on. Wise, come on. Go.
They crying for the nigga that got killed, but they trying to kill them motherfuckers. You got to be shitting me.
not, I'm going to uplink your ass. You'll be on the ground. Watch out the lights. Let's get out of here. Shh. Someone's coming.
Hey, Richard, where is Amber?
The hell are you doing here?
But you don't have to beat the crap out of me. You think I'm glad to be here?
What the hell is this?
Hi!
She's the one that turned me in at the airport. Guess this is your reward.
Yeah, go ahead and make jokes. It's your fault. You think I'm helping you out so they even think I'm your girlfriend.
Straighten that out. See this camera up there? I can strangle you for the home audience.
The relay. Where? They're out here.
Twice! Wait! Over here! Over here!
More important. It's the uplink to the network satellite.
He's gonna find us. Price, come on. Price. Vamos para otro lado. Podemos regresar, te lo prometo.
Over there.
doing? Wise? What's this, Wise?
Sounds like interface. Look out. Great hexagonal decode system. Not impossible. It's gonna take a little time. Your name is Amber, right?
Yeah?
Okay, Amber. I'm gonna need you to remember these numbers. Gotta get them to Vic and the resistance.
Right, I will. Then let's go.
That's all right. Keep it
It's the dude right here that died the same year that the movie came out.
the split.
Hey, what an incredible battle! Buzzsaw gone! Dynamo down! But the stock isn't over till the fat lady sings and the very last criminal!
Fireball, report to wardrobe at once. Fireball, you are wanted in wardrobe.
And our halftime show!
Coughlin, break's over.
I'm going somewhere, but not with you. Buttons, camera, traveling arrangements. Rice.
But he gave me the code. Satellite uplink code.
Take a cold bath for me. Don't let us down. I don't want to be the only asshole in heaven.
You saved my life. She'll be me down there.
Ben, I gotta hand it to you, pal. You got the whole network here in an uproar. Why, they're shipping bicarb to the Justice Department in crates. So that's why this little call is just between you and I. Not going out on the air. Listen very carefully. How would you like a 3-year contract guaranteed? Cadre credit line. Crunch time. Sound of Apollo. Ben is a standard deal for a network stalker. And I know real talent when I see it, Ben. And I just hate to see you get canceled. Say the word, Ben.
You cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it. I live to see you in that contract. But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
Get out. Everybody out. Come on, move. Yes.
Look like the movie is buffering, y'all. I don't know if that's... Uh-oh. buffering. Don't know why. Let me see. It's buffering. If you will, show me. That's the only crazy thing. Again, this is an underground site. If you can show me at what point I am in the movie, it can make it easy. It shouldn't be that hard to find that spot. And try the other server. All these ads, gotta skip all these daggone ads because they want to force ads in your face. Like, damn, bro, like, get the hint. I'm not taking nothing. You ain't giving me nothing. Not taking nothing, not buying nothing, not downloading nothing. Rub it in your damn chest. Find the spot where it was at. Hold on, why is this thing acting funny right now? Come on, bro. Okay, there we go.
everybody out. Come on, move.
What's with the face, Just Jay? What happened? Tired face? Oh snap. We got another vote for 13 Ghosts. Now it's even what and what with Remember the Titans. Nobody wants to watch Finding Dory. I never seen Finding Dory. I would like to watch it. I would like to watch it with y'all. Nobody want to see Finding Dory? I should have voted for Finding Dory. Oh wow. Jim Brown about to burn this bitch down. Jim Brown about to burn the bitch down. Not Jimmy. Not Jimmy. just walking through the flames like it ain't shit. This nigga. This nigga. He the fireman for real, for real. Oh, look, this the same lady that was putting up thirst trap pictures in her 60s, right? In the beginning credits of Where Are They Now? Okay, I guess I see you. She done got her grandma weight on her. Hips done spread out a little bit. Thighs done spread out. Now she putting them sexy pics out on the internet in her 60s. I see you. It can't be that easy for him to kill that motherfucker like that. It cannot have been that easy. Bruh. Just like that? Bruh. You. Wow.
Forget it, Killian. I won't do it.
Not a request, moron. It's an order.
I don't need this crap. This stuff is garbage. I would kill a guy like this 10 years ago with my bare hands. I'm not going for any of these tricks. Sport of death and honor. Code of the gladiators.
Cap, will you spare me? The combat sends me. What the hell's the matter with you? Can't you see what's going on out there? This isn't a game. They're betting on Richards up there.
Bullshit.
Get out of here. Get him out of here. Doesn't matter. Steroids make you deaf. Get him out of here now.
Now let's find Nick's secret broadcast center. You're trapped.
Sub-Zero, Fireball, and Buzzsaw. Say their names with reverent pride. They punished crime and served the law. As patriots, they died.
Activate traveling map. Tony, this better work, pal.
They pump faking and faking this shit. Yeah, by all means, intents and purposes, the movie plot line and the book plot line is completely different. Loosely interpreted. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, your own.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, David. My name is Wendy. Listen, I have a question about.
Good luck.
You too.
Oh, what a darling you are. Yes, my love. All you do, you send your checks to the Patriots Fund, care of this station. 3, 2, 1. Got it. Those contributions are tax deductible. And who loves you? And who do you love? Yes! There they are at this very moment, basking under the Maui sun. Their debt to society paid in full. What? That's free.
Yankee 99er, what's the debt?
Food drive in progress. Approximately 1,500 civilians. No weapons are evident.
Proceed with plan L. Eliminate anything moving.
I said the crowd is unarmed. There are lots of women and children down there. All they want is some food, for God's sake.
As you were, Richard. Proceed with plan L. All rioters must be eliminated.
The hell with you. I will not fire at helpless human beings.
Where's it coming from?
What mission? Young face.
Don't touch that dime.
Contain Richard and proceed as ordered.
Richard, what the fuck are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please bear with us, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Bullshit!
It's showtime.
Ah.
Thought it was pretty funny out there in the zone. What's the matter now, bitch? Why aren't you laughing?
about 10 more minutes in, y'all. And that's part of that 10 minutes is really just the credits. About 10 more minutes in, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, riding this long, this far in. We hitting the 3-hour mark. Thumbnail probably didn't catch too many people's eyes, but or some people just wasn't it wasn't up on the Running Man. But thank y'all those y'all though for tuning in.
You want to talk to Mr. Richards? You look pissed, man. You got every right. But hey, will you just let me explain? This is television, that's all it is. Nothing to do with people, it's to do with the rating. For 50 years, we told them what to eat, what to drink, what to wear. Christ's sake, man, don't you understand? Americans love television. They wean their kids on it. Listen, they love game shows, they love wrestling, they love sports, violence. So what do? We give them what they want. We're number one, man. That's all that counts. Believe me, I've been in the business 30 years.
Well, I haven't been in show business as long as you have, Kate. But I'm a quick learner. I'm going to give the audience what I think they want.
Bastard. Drop dead.
I don't do requests.
Man. Some might get that work when he touched down. When he touched down amongst the people, he might get that work. He gonna get that work. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It had to blow up.
That hit the spot.
Come on, bro. It had to explode. I mean that, bro. They had to make this shit explode, right? I like this little tune they got playing though, right here though. I like this little song they got playing. This is no game. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Running Man, requested by lovely Just J. I barely remember the movie, but it was a good refresher for me. You You know? Good joint, good joint. Good joint. Good movie overall. Good movie overall. I don't know, what would everybody give that on a, if they was rating that joint out of, like, say, on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. Hold on, let me turn off the CFM. CFM, thank you so much for masking the audio, CFM. You did your job. You did your job. You did your job, champ. I'm just checking my thing. Checking my settings. I think we up out of there, right? I'm up out of there. Up out of there. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Up out of there, like Tupac said. Okay. Got you. Okay, got you. I got you. We gotta. So I can see why I remember the Titans was a choice for some people. Some people saying they only watch, black movies. So I kind of get it in that sense, yeah. Well, yeah. I kind of get it now. I get it. Yeah. Yo. So what we had there was the Running Man, and I don't wanna drain this on too long, man. I really don't want to drain this on too long. You mean to tell me that Freedom of Finance didn't catch nobody's eye? The thumbnail wasn't eye catching. It wasn't sparking nobody's interest. Not that much. I think it's kind of cool. I put a little bit of work into that. Right there, man. That was, you know what I mean? Just try to throw that thing together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hey, I will drop that down there. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, I don't even got my 4K thing up. That's why that's not up. That's why that's not working. But yo, all right. So let's roll it. Yeah. I say let's roll it out with a little bit of tunes. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me. Thank you for all of y'all that may be catching this on a replay. You're greatly appreciated. You're really not going to be able to see the movie because this was only for the live viewers. But no, anyway, until the meantime, between time, next time we do it up, I put the little poll out there. Join up on the Discord. There will be polls in the Discord for y'all to give your selections on potential movies that we could watch, things that we could do. I know how to set that up. You'll be able to click on the poll link in the Discord for those of you that are already subscribed and give your input. You know what I mean? This also not only just things that I like, but this is also a lot of user generated and recommended content that I'm throwing up here. I like to keep it interactive. I like it to be very interactive for the viewers as well. You know what I'm saying? So let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see it. Bent over. Let me see it. Let me give it a little walkout music. You know what? I'm feeling real Zydeco second line music. I'm feeling real second line music for the. I think that might have to be my thing now. You know what I'm saying? That might have to be my thing. Walking out on the second line. A second line. A second line. Oh, a second line. Oh, the second line. Second line. Second line. Oh, the second line. Oh, the second line. Second line. Second line. Second line. Come on, let's get it. Oh, shorty got the Henny bottle in her hand too. Yo, you gotta love New Orleans. New Orleans do it so unique, man. Shout out, y'all. Shout it out. Shout it out. Appreciate y'all for coming in, tuning in with me. Another live stream where we do it again for the people. You already know. And I mean...